Boys, if you live and breathe hockey, you've got to check out 506 Breaks.
These guys are all hockey all week long, and they've got a lineup better than most NHL teams.
Mondays are for the Habs. Montreal Monday.
Tuesdays, you already know, Toronto Tuesday.
Then Thursday is headliner night. Big products, big breaks, big hits.
And we wrap it all up with Sunday Fun Day. A little bit of everything. All about the love of the game.
They go live multiple nights a week, pulling heat, chatting hockey, and keeping it local right here in the 506.
So if you're chasing your favorite team, a rookie poll, or just love hanging out with other hockey fans, this is your spot.
So make sure you hit up 506 Breaks on Facebook.
Grab your team, grab a break.
506 Breaks, where the hits keep coming.
And we're back.
And we're back.
So, boys, finally some wild news to talk about. Pun intended.
Oh, that was good.
The
Hey,
Quinnesota Wild?
That was good.
That's the only forethought I've given to this whole podcast is that pun.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm daring you to tell me. I'm ashamed of myself.
I don't improvise that, but it's still impressive. Yes. So, yeah, I guess like last year was Colorado trading, just going completely revamping their goaltending in November.
Yep.
And this year, it seems like December is the year to make these big deals. Before we get to the big one, which is obviously Quinn Hughes, I wanted to park a bit of time to quickly talk about this Edmonton and Pittsburgh deal.
Yep.
So the Oilers have solved their goaltending problems. Or have they? What do you guys think about that? That was an interesting deal, I thought.
Can I be honest for a second? And this is going to be unpopular. They really might have solved their goaltending problems. So, like, Jarry has had streaks in the past where he's actually like outstanding, and it seems to, like, you know what I mean. You're kind of riding that wave with him. This might just be the hard reset that he needs, right, to go on a hot streak again or something, which is what they're looking for. Because what they have learned is that. What they have learned is that that's not going to happen with Skinner, right? So, I mean, if there's nothing else out there and you're picking Jarry or Skinner and you're all in this year, who you taking? You're probably leaning towards Jarry if there's no one else to... I mean...
Or the one who's been to the finals the last 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. This is such an odd... The whole thing is just odd.
I feel like there's a little bit of the Marner situation going on there with Skinner, where like maybe it's just best for him
to be gone,
to get out of here.
To get out of there.
Yeah.
But Gary, he's so, like, you're not wrong. Like, yes, he's been there twice. But am I wrong? Like, I'm far from an Edmonton fan, but I like to watch the games. He has he not gotten there twice, almost in spite of himself?
He's been benched along the way.
Yes. And like, listen, as a Leafs fan, we've lived through it. Not this year or last year, but we've lived through the years. Like, yeah, we let in 5. Good thing we scored 7. Do you know what I mean? Like, we lived through that. And they're probably, you can't rely on that because you have one off night, and if you just keep letting in 3, 4, 5 goals a night, you can't rely on your guys to score one more than that all the time. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know. I'm mixed on that one. I really, really am, but it might be the hard reset both guys need, right? It might be a win-win for both of them. But yeah. Kind of caught me off guard.
The actual deal, the full deal is Stuart Skinner for Tristan Jarry, Brett Kulak for Sam Poland. Hey, buddy, you going to bed? Want to say hi real quick and then go?
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
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 We get to go, Avs.
No.
Yeah, you're to be a weirdo, eh? All right, buddy, you got to get to bed.
I miss when he used to talk to me like that.
This is this is super important and a big deal. This is my living.
It's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here. Get out of here, you monster. Love you.
Keep him here. He's probably got better hot takes than we do.
Probably. So yeah, the full deal. So Pittsburgh acquired Skinner, Brett Kulak, and a second round pick.
Yeah.
And Edmonton acquired Jarry and then Sam Poulin, who I don't know a great deal about. But the interesting thing too is the contract situation. So Skinner is a UFA this year.
Yes.
He's in his last years of his deal, whereas Jarry has 2 years left on the deal. So I think this was a little bit from the Pittsburgh side of, I think Dubas was getting out of a $5.3 million deal for his goalie. Stuart Skinner's at 2.6 and he's UFA anyway. So it's a bit of a reset button for Pittsburgh too.
Yep.
That was kind of the angle I saw from the Pittsburgh side because I mean, both goalies have had Jekyll and Hyde kind of, careers to this point. Both have put up very similar numbers for their career. Jarry's having a better year this year. And to kind of what you mentioned, Tyson, I think he's got like a bit of a higher ceiling there that he could put it together.
He could. He might not. Right?
Run.
But
it's still a bit of a guess. But there's also just there's not a ton out there on the market. I mean, Colorado took a chance. Nobody was really thinking about Blackwood or Wedgwood, and those guys have turned out to be really, really good. But I mean, there really just wasn't and hasn't been for the last little while much out there for goalies. So I don't know what else Edmonton might have been looking at. So yeah, interesting deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Dubas was trying to get rid of him for a while. He was on waivers the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the shocking part of this trade is that there was no salary retention.
Yeah, I know. There was no, and are we done with that now? The cap's going up? Like we just don't, that was such a big part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like salary retention was worth draft picks. But
that might have been a deal breaker for Dubas, though, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That might have been like, no, that's part of the reason he's going. So I'm not retaining.
or maybe he asked for another roster player in exchange
Instead.
for retaining. But it's 2 years, right? And they're rebuilding. So, but yeah, interesting one. So that one, we'll see. We'll see how it goes in Edmonton for Jarry. And we'll see what happens in Pittsburgh with Skinner. That's that one.
Mm-hmm.
The big one. Quinn Hughes to the Minnesota Wild. Thanks a lot. Love the Central.
We talked about it just a week ago as a rumor. You know what I mean? And next thing you knew, it was,
Yeah, escalated.
I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Escalated pretty quick. So this is one of those, like I feel like we've seen a few of these kind of things, deals. It's basically a elite premium reigning Norris, level defenseman for a lot of rebuilding pieces. They're not all gambles. I think Marco Rossi has had some health issues. And Zeev Boyum, I think this guy is the real deal. I think he'll take right over for Hughes in Vancouver for running the power play. Don't know much about Liam Ogren. I think he was kind of playing in a bottom six role. I don't know what his ceiling is. And then a first round pick to Vancouver for Quinn Stinking Hughes. And that escalated quickly. We were, like you said, we were talking about it as a rumor.
I was actually waiting to hear your opinion on the return that they got for him, because you see a lot more of those guys than we do, watching the West a lot. So I'm not super familiar with all of them, but
the big one, the premium piece, I think there was Boyum. I mean, I think people might know the name Rossi just from.
Well, that's what made my eyebrows go right up right away. Was the first round pick, right?
Yeah.
And when I saw Rossi's name, but I know he's had the odd injury bug.
Yeah. That's right. But he's a center, and I mean, it's always big value on center, but a lot of ceiling there. But yeah, to me the bigger deal was Boyum. I mean, that's he's a guy who's going to be there, probably there on their top pair. And yeah, like I say, he was running the power play in Minnesota, and he'll do the same in Vancouver. But it's tough, right? I mean,
yeah.
Are we going to talk about any of these guys? You, like, in order for this trade to seem like a success, it's like you're gonna need to talk about these three players in a really good way for Vancouver for the next like several years, right? In order for it to be like, okay, well, that was an even trade. I mean,
unless because I mean, we can follow trades back 20 years, right? That this draft pick that was traded turned into this player who went on to do this, but then got traded for these three pieces. Like, you can play that game.
Yeah.
But like these players in the offseason or later on this season, this might just be filler for Vancouver to let's just try to get through the year. And then we'll move some more pieces and see what we can get for them and reset.
Yeah, pieces being Elias Pettersson, I think he was just placed on IR today. That's probably convenient.
Off to Rome at Island, is that the...
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he's the next guy on the way out. I mean, I'm assuming we'll hear about that one before the end of the year.
You got to keep somebody there for Gavin McKenna to play with next year, though.
You know, it's funny. I had a conversation like this when Chicago was tanking for Bedard, and they traded like not just like, you know, their contract, but they traded all their young guys.
Yeah.
They traded Doc. Who's the other one?
They were trading the office furniture.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, DeBrincat. DeBrincat went too.
Yeah, that was my surprise. Was Kirby, Doc, and DeBrincat.
Yeah, and at that point, they were already the worst team in the league. It's like, I mean, you don't get. It's not about how bad you are. It's just where you are in the standings. Like you're still losing games, but
and it's still a lottery. Like, you just have way better odds, right? Like, that's
and like Pettersson, like I mean, is this kind of saying like obviously he's been the problem the whole time? Is that how we look at this with Vancouver, or what?
Man, they were a lot quicker moving him than they were JT. So
yeah,
I'm not going to lie. I was one of those guys that I was kind of blaming Miller back when that was all going down. Kind of like, man, can't this guy get along with anybody? And then all of a sudden, Quinn Hughes, unless my radar is way off, seems like a guy that for the most part can get along with people. Like, he just doesn't have that air about him at all. It's not like I've ever shared a room with the guy, but I mean...
Well, and he was the captain through all that.
Yeah.
And he really wasn't part of any of that, like...
No drama or anything.
No, he was just deflecting all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it didn't really... It doesn't seem like it's that kind of deal with him, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just can't believe, like, Vancouver a couple seasons ago, we were talking about, oh, they get this young core and here they come and playoff bound. And like, I mean, and Pettersson hasn't really played to that level for a few seasons now, right? Like
No.
he's
not where projected,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
so,
So how long before Brock Besser moves to the Wild?
yeah. Well, was he not rumored to be going there at one point
For
anyway?
years now.
Like, yeah, like I feel like we've talked about him going there, and then Hughes is the one that goes.
And he was a UFA, then he signed in Vancouver.
And he signed in Vancouver. He was the guy, like, I was like, he's got to be sitting there going like,
Man, he's been rumored so much over the last 3 years.
yeah,
It's
been a big,
wild, yeah.
everybody's like everybody's trade target and on, right?
Now, on the
But,
flip side of this, I can feel bad for Vancouver all I want. Minnesota, holy crap. Like,
Yay. So excited.
sorry, buddy.
Well, here's the deal. I just need Colorado to finish first in division so those two could just, them and Dallas could just
So-
Duke it out.
beat each
So
other to
with-
pieces.
With the salary cap going up and up, is Bill Guerin just slowly assembling Team USA in Minnesota?
Well, you better be careful. There's a lot of American captains in Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true story.
He's made that franchise interesting. I was going to say
Very.
again, I don't know if they ever were interesting. But like they've just been like the picture to me of like the mid, the murky middle. They've never been bad. They've never been great. They've kind of been a little bit towards both. But like definition of the murky middle, they're in the mix every year. Even going back to the old days when they had like Marian Gaborik and Jacques Lemaire was making them play the trap
Mm-hmm.
when they first kind of like came to the prominence in the league and stuff.
Man, that was boring to watch.
I feel like that set the tone for the whole franchise. It's boring to watch.
It really was boring.
But they
Nice.
made those big
Yeah. free
free agent signings for Parise and Suter. They decided to go there and it was like, wow, okay. And then like, I was like, whatever it was, 12, 13 years ago. I don't know. It's just like they've been around and they've given the Avs problems in the past and in the playoffs and stuff. Like, so they've always been a thorn. But yeah, I mean, my first thought was because I think Hughes is a left shot and Jared Spurgeon's a right shot. So I'm pretty sure that's a natural pairing right there. And no one talks about Jared Spurgeon, but if you look up clips of him defending like McDavid, and I see him defending like the Avs all the time, right? Like he's pretty underrated. He's kind of in that like Devon Taves type of category where like no one really knows him, but he's like he's very good defensively, very hard guy to play against. And my first thought was like, wow, that's your top.
They're playing right now as we're recording,
Yeah.
and I did catch a few minutes of it, and he was paired with Brock Faber to start that one.
Yeah, and I wonder if they try, maybe they, move him around. Actually, he just got his first point. It's 3-0 Wild, and Hughes as an assist on the Ryan Hartman power play goal. So yeah. So there you go. Minnesota.
So I think, the Wild are interesting, and they're becoming a bit of the trendsetters now. They have Jasper Wallstedt just come out of nowhere and be amazing.
Yep.
So then Montreal's like, hey, our goaltending's kind of suspect. Maybe we should try that. They bring Fowler up. The Leafs lose all their goaltending, and they're like, should we go out and get somebody? No. Let's try Hildy and Askarov.
I will say though, Gary, and so couple points there, Gary. Number one, when Montreal called up Fowler,
That's just not fair.
Well, yeah, but like the memes, just Toronto. Toronto fans get made fun of pretty hard. That if the Leafs play good in the month of November, other fans start making fun of Leafs fans, like, oh yeah, playing the parade, blah 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 blah, like all this stuff. You'd think all the memes and posts I saw on Facebook that Cam Fowler was the second coming of Patrick Waugh himself. Like, it was wild, the amount of posts. Like, guys, he's up for one game. That's number one. But the kid did look good. He did look good. It's just, but calm down.
They're just taunting and teasing though, because what was it? Waugh and Price and now him all had their first game against the Penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just a wild, random. Yeah. I mean, he did look good, but I mean, you're always telling Leafs fans to pump the brakes. You just might want to. Now, on the flip of that, Gary, with them deciding to not get somebody and get Hildeby, and now I don't want to go on a big Leafs fan. That it seemed at the first of the year that the Leafs were doing everything they possibly could to not call up Hildeby. So let's sign Reimer to PTO. Let's see how that works out. Let's get Primo for like a hiccup, literally for like 2 weeks. And then we'll move them or put them on waivers because now they're both healthy and they've never both been healthy. And now they're out again. Wall should be back this week. But despite the Leafs' last little bit of outing, Hildeby's looked... It's not his fault. You know what I mean?
He's been solid.
He's been very, very solid.
I added him last week and he got me 30 fantasy points there with shutout. And...
the Hildebeest, yeah. He's honestly looked... If there's a bright spot to be had...
A bright spot.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, bright spot as it may be, we know that there's the Leafs are having a tough season. Bit of a tough season. I've noticed the spark is not quite in everybody's eye this year. But so we thought it'd be interesting. To maybe have some of you guys have your say. There's a lot of Leafs fans that just in general, but I'm sure lots that listen to this. And one of them's a real good buddy of mine. He's listened to pretty much, I think, all of the episodes, I think. Maybe he's going to come on and tell me I'm wrong, but of this podcast and our other podcast. But so I wanted to welcome Matt Taylor to our new segment called Rageful Leafs Fans. So, Matt, come on down and give us your list of rants and raves about the Leafs. Hey, buddy.
Is this thing on?
This is on, yeah.
I'm live right now.
Yeah.
Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey. All right. Thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Gary Delabate.
Yeah, man. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
I know you've listened to like both podcasts, haven't you? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. You're like the first
and all
guy.
dressed in blue. I'm a Leafs fan through and through. I've got a Lupul jersey, for goodness sakes. Like, come on, who has a Lupul jersey?
I was just noticing.
I bet you Joffrey doesn't even have a Lupul jersey anymore.
So you were telling me about when you got that Lupul jersey. Could you tell that story again?
Oh, it was amazing timing. So I've been a Leafs fan my whole life. 40 years I've been a Leafs fan. I grew up a Leafs fan. My first NHL game was a Leafs fan. I've seen them multiple times now. But I never owned a real jersey of a Leaf until the spring of 2013. The team was finally looking up. The team was finally great. Kessel and Lupul were there. And I thought, you know what? We made the playoffs for the first time in a long time. I'm going to treat myself to a jersey. So I bought myself a Lupul jersey. It didn't go well.
How'd that go?
I don't think Lupul played for the Leafs more than 20 games after that before he was over the island and gone. So that is my crowning jersey.
Yeah. So Matt, thanks for taking the time, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of your thoughts. I know you're deep into Leafs land. So this is your time to vent about the Leafs, buddy. So what do you got for us?
All right. So like I said, like I've been a Leafs fan my entire life. I've seen every iteration of this team. And I thought this latest iteration would have been the best. I mean, Matthews was drafted 9 years ago. This was going to be different. I remember watching the lottery draft and like jumping out of my chair when we got number 1. I was like, we got this guy. He's going to be amazing. He's going to turn the team around. What have we done in 9 years? Second round playoffs a couple of times. Couldn't even get out of the bubble in COVID. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what is happening here? Anyway, so last year, I've been a Marner fan my whole life. I'm gonna go way back here. We're gonna go to Marner time. You know, it was so long ago. I've been a Marner fan my whole life. But in the last 2 years, I started to sour on him like everybody else. So I was finally happy when he left and he moved on. I'm glad we got something for him. That's in the past. Who cares? I was always taught a life lesson that with Marner leaving, there could be brighter things ahead because the cream always comes to the top.
Oh, jeez.
Every time. But that didn't happen, as you know. This whole season started, it was a disaster from the start. We couldn't defend. We couldn't keep the puck out of the net. We were awful to start this season. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this is Toronto, the center of the universe. How could we not be good at hockey? Anyway, night-to-night engagement was just terrible. I couldn't handle it. This whole season has been an emotional up and down roller coaster, highs and lows and highs and lows. Even just going back a couple weeks now, we got embarrassed by Montreal in Montreal. Just a terrible game. We had no desires, no push. We just collapsed. And then we started to turn it around. We beat Columbus. We had a narrow loss to Washington that we could have won. We absolutely obliterated Pittsburgh because they're awful. And then we had dominant wins against Florida and Carolina. And I thought, yeah, we're back, right? Like, let's get the gear out. Let's put the jerseys on. Like, we got this. Momentum was coming in hot. We had Montreal on a Saturday night here in Toronto. We were good to go. Never in that game. We were just awful, just terrible. We were lucky enough to get to overtime. And I thought, we got like so many times we've been spoiled by a team that just hung in there and then beat us in the end. I thought, we're going to do this to the Habs. We got this. OT was probably the most uninterested OT performance I've ever seen of this team. Like, I can't even point to a single player that like put effort into that. And it's like, guys, you're at home. Hockey Night in Canada, forever rivals. I would put more effort in than you guys did, and I'm paid $0 to be an armchair GM. So I thought, okay, well, you know, we're whatever. We had some highs, we had some lows. We lost to Montreal, and then, you know, the next week, Tampa Bay handled Tampa Bay. It was a close game and score, but like we were in control the entire time. It was never in doubt from start to finish. Then we lose to the Sharks. Now, the Sharks are a good team this year. Don't get me wrong. Sharks are a fine team. And we made it to overtime. And again, no hustle. What is going on in overtime? Why don't people try their hardest? Like, you think 3-on-3, we've got the skill to do it. And then you've got people just lollygagging out there. Like, nobody cares. And it frustrates me to no end because there's no killer instinct. And now it brings us to Saturday night. Edmonton Oilers just traded for Skinner. They're going to be hopped up. They're going to come out. They want to win for their new guy, Tristan Jarry. They just traded for Jarry, I meant to say. Hockey Night in Canada, another Saturday night against the Leafs in Toronto. Got dominated. Like, was Matthews even playing in that game? The only reason I know he was playing is because Chris Cuthbert started the game with, we're starting the face-off best on best. And it was McDavid versus Matthews.
Yep.
I don't know, man. That was like best on a junior team. Like, I don't get it. Like, it was just, how do you not get up for that game? Like, I watched the pregame interview that McDavid gave to Bakakis where he's like, he was really blunt, but he's like, how do you not get up for a Saturday night hockey game in Toronto? I don't know. We just had like 25 guys that didn't get up for a hockey game in Toronto on a Saturday night. So I don't know. Unexpected bright spots, though. It's not all rage. It's not all bad. As Tyson was saying, like, Hildeby has been a big bright spot coming in. They did everything they could not to call him up at the beginning of the year or last year, but they brought him up and he's been great. The bottom six has been, in my opinion, fantastic. They consistent effort every night. They're the only ones forechecking, the only ones back-checking. OEL, guy's 34 years old, and he is now like our stud defenseman. I don't get it. And where did Troy Stetcher come from? Like, how does Edmonton not want Troy Stetcher at this point?
Oh man, he's scoring for both teams.
I was going to say, did he score for a nice assist from McDavid?
I just think he forgot that he got picked up in Memphis. He still thought he played for the Oilers there. But you know what? He's still been like our best D-man since November 15th when he got picked up. Or whatever.
I think
so I will
too.
give him a pass on that one. Absolutely no problem. I'm just fearful that he's going to get jaded like everybody else playing in Toronto, and eventually he'll just pack it in. But at the moment, he's playing hard every night. I'm really happy that like Roy and Joshua and Lawton have like all found their games. They've been really good. The problem is they get like 6 to 12 minutes a night. So maybe we should swap our top 6 and our bottom 6 and
Swap the minutes.
play Matthews for 6 minutes a night, right? Like, this is awful. All right. Nick Robertson. Is he the new Kadri? Like, the Leafs are giving him the Kadri treatment where like they don't play him consistently for 2 years. They scratch him all the time. They won't trade him.
Mhm.
He's just like in limbo doing nothing. Finally, at the beginning of this year, injuries force Berube's hands and he has to play. And guess what? He's good. He actually comes out. He's like on fire. He's hitting people. He's forechecking. He's playing way above his weight class. The guy's like 4 feet tall, weighs like 100 pounds soaking wet. But he's like hitting people in the corners. Team gets healthy. He instantly gets demoted. He doesn't earn that promotion. He gets scratched sometime last week. And Berube has like the audacity to say that, oh, he's lost his game. Dude, you're playing him 5 minutes a night. When he was playing 22 minutes a night, he was a great player. Like, he didn't lose his game. You took his game away from him. And it's just hurts me. So, is Craig Berube an idiot? Is he a bad coach? Like, did he just get lucky in St. Louis? Like, he talks about accountability, but when was the last time anybody in the top 6, aside from Domi, which I don't count, was scratched? I can't remember. It's all like the lower 6 guys who, in my opinion, don't deserve it. So, why is he doing that? Also, does he not understand that timeouts can be called in a game? Like in Edmonton, the game against Edmonton, they scored 3 goals in like 2 minutes, including 2 in like 40 seconds. My guy, call a timeout. Like, calm your team down. Like, I don't get it. He is like allergic to calling timeout. Is he a bad coach? Let's look at our power play. How's our power play doing, Tyson?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, our power play 1 setup, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
No.
It's all Triggerman and Riley, who is useless in a power play.
100% is what's happening. Is the constant
Switch
setup.
it up. Like, power play 2 gets on with 20 seconds left, and like they're snapping the puck around, and they're getting all kinds of chances. Mix some people up. You can do one of 2 things. You can either start power play 2 and send a message to power play 1. So like you start the second group, or you switch up the people. Put Domi, put Domi, put Robertson, put Michelli when he's in. They're all playmakers. Right now, your power play 1 is just scorers, except for maybe JT. There's better playmakers out there. Why is OEL on the second power play? He's our best offensive defenseman. Why is he not in Riley's place? I know they've tried it some. The thing with Berube is they try something and never stick to it. It's like, oh, I'll try it for like half a period. It's like, you can't get chemistry in like half a period. Like, try it.
That's the thing. He doesn't stick with the changes, eh? That's what I noticed.
I was a long critique of past coaches who would refuse to adapt to anything. Berube shuffles the lines every game, even when we're winning like 7-1. He's like, well, better shuffle the lines for 2 periods for some reason. I don't get it. And I understand Mark Savard is in charge of the power play, but he reports to Berube. Like, at some point, Berube's just got to put his foot down and be like, listen, this isn't working. Change it. There's 0 adaptability. Power play 1 comes up with the boards first every time. Same group of people, same situation.
Yep.
I just don't understand what's going on. They need to really like find a way to wake up that. So, Derek Lalonde, what would you say you do here? I mean, you got brought in the offseason to fix our defense. Our defense that was pretty good last year. It was like middle to top of the pack. Pretty solid defensively. This year, by the end of November, 27th in 5-on-5 defense. 30th in expected PK. Like, what would you say you do here? Like, it's pretty bad. We seem to have, it's gotten better. We seem to have no structure, no communication, no plan. You could see like early games, the first month and a half, you'd see defensemen getting lost in the zone, not knowing who to cover, not knowing where to go. They'd literally bump into each other. And then one person would tap the other person at point and say, you're supposed to be there. And then it would be in the back of the net. It's like, it's been improving lately. So was Lalonde stripped of his responsibilities, or is he just getting better? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Speaking of Lalonde, Sportsnet. Let's talk about Sportsnet for a little bit.
Oh, we're going to rage about that.
We're going off book here, okay? The narrative has always been that Sportsnet and CBC are very Leaf biased. But I think they've overcorrected.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah, so I got big problems with the broadcast team, okay? So I mentioned Chris Cuthbert earlier. He gets so excited when the other team scores. Like his calls are way more overjoyed when the other team scores than when Toronto scores. Craig Simpson, literal public Leaf hater. Like he is on record saying the Leafs are like awful and he can't cheer for them. That's the broadcast team. I don't get it. So this is why I think they've overcorrected. This really kind of irked me a little bit. And excuse my ranting here. But it was a Toronto home game on Saturday against Edmonton. Okay. Mid-game, there was a feature narrated by the Toronto broadcast crew about the Edmonton Food Bank and the Santa Claus Parade, where the Santa Claus Parade was picking up food for the food bank. Fantastic initiative. Super happy to hear that is happening in cities outside of our own. And it's great. I've watched the Leafs for 40 years. I can't remember a Leafs puff piece during a Leafs game ever. Like they are so afraid of being a Leafs biased network that they go the other way. Go watch a Calgary game on Hockey Night in Canada. Go watch a Vancouver Canucks game on Hockey Night in Canada. Assuming they're not playing a Canadian team, they are homers. Whereas we get Homer Simpson. Like it's just awful. It's just terrible. So the way I like to kind of listen to the game sometimes is to get Joe Bowen on the radio. He gets the radio call. I'll sync it up with the video, mute it. He is the greatest homer ever. I bring it up because he's retiring at the end of this year. It's his last season. He's being honored this coming Wednesday night. So if you're a Leafs fan and you've never heard Joe Bowen call a game, go do it. Speaking of Sportsnet, speaking of Hockey Night in Canada, let's talk George Peros. Why does George Peros hate the Leafs? I don't get it. Like, I understand that a Leaf ended his career. Unfortunately, that's not a laughing matter. I'm being serious here. That sucks. But why does he hate the Leafs? The Leafs are the most suspended team under George Peros, yet we are the softest team in the league if you listen to anybody. So which is it? Are we dirty or are we soft or do we just not know how to play? Let's go back to the Lightning game. So Lightning player knees our defenseman Mermis. Okay? He's out for a month. Like he is wrecked. This was a blatant late hit, knee on knee, no supplementary discipline. Bobby McMahon goes and gets in a skirmish in center ice. He does get punched. He then turns around and whacks a guy over the top of the head with a stick. He got suspended a game. I'm totally fine with that. Like you can't do that. He was given a match penalty on the ice. That's because there's no major for high sticking. You can't call it. You can either do a 4-minute or a 2-minute or nothing. So match penalty. The league took another game from him, so he lost about a game and a half. The Lightning player that hit Mermis, zilch, nothing. Guy's out for a month on a blatant knee on knee. Absolutely nothing. In comparison to Bobby McMahon's little high stick action, because if we're going to go that way, we're going to complain about that. Look at Jacob Trouba from 2 years ago. Guy takes a baseball bat swing to one of the Bruins' heads, $5,000 fine. Like literal made contact, full on. You'll have to look it up. It's amazing.
Yep.
$5,000
Going for the
fine.
upper deck.
Yeah. Bobby McMahon, little glancing blow off the top, game and a half. Like it's so inconsistent. Feels super anti-Leaf.
Can I segue into your last one?
Yes.
I have it. So tell me what you think about your favorite referee, Wes McCauley.
I'm not doing that.
I thought if we went this far, we were going there too.
No. You told me I could rant about anything I wanted, and I'm going all the way. And Wes McCauley is a terrible referee, but he's hilarious, and so whatever. Keith is no longer the coach of the Leafs, and so I don't have a problem with Wes McCauley. You can look up their history if you'd like to do on your own time. I'm not going to rehash it here because it gets into the legal definition of stuff. But the Leafs are like 0-15 in playoff games with Wes McCauley reffing. That's all I'm going to say.
There it is.
So
I knew that stat was coming.
This team flashes greatness. Like there's times like when they beat teams like Tampa Bay and they beat Florida, which Florida is not a good team, but it's still the Florida Panthers. They find a way to rise to the occasion. And then we'll just turn around and like lay an egg. Like if you can't get up for a home game on Saturday night in front of like against the Habs or the Oilers, why are you even playing the game? Like it frustrates me to no end when there's just no effort given. Like it's okay if you're like ringing them off the post or you're having your chances or you're making crisp passes and stuff's just not going and you're snake bitten. But like the Leafs don't lose games. They just like opt out of them. They're just like, you know what? I'm fine. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. Like, it's so weird. Their effort is so inconsistent. I can't even explain it. It's almost like the core four, and I'm saying that because Nyes is a core member. The core four want to see a coaching change, and the bottom six didn't get the memo. And they're just still like playing their hearts out. And like the top six is just like, whatever. We're just going to skate around and do nothing. I super appreciate you guys giving me this avenue to rant. I've been holding this rant in for a long time.
Yeah, man. That's well, you set the bar.
Yep. Well done.
Well prepared. Way more prepared than any of us ever are. That's for sure.
That's awesome.
And yeah, that's really good. A couple questions I wanted to ask. Did you say that this year the defense is the most has the most production it's ever had? Is it this season?
I don't know if I have stats to back that up, but last year we were the worst offensive defense core in the league by many miles.
And now this season, I think
OEL has more points individually this year than our entire D-core did at this point last year.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
But I don't have the stats right on hand to back that up.
Right. Yeah.
But we are getting shots from the point. That is a benefit. We are seeming to feed the point more and being more likely to let it rip, which is something last year we didn't do because Riley was out for 28 minutes a night. And yes, he has some clutch playoff goals, but he doesn't have the bomb from the point. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like OEL will let it fly. Philip Myers, when he's in, will let it fly.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Myers has all 10 of the Leafs' hardest shots so far this season. Like 1 to 10 are all him. There's nobody else. I was looking at that today.
So I'm curious, like, so a lot of what you're describing, to me, a lot of it harkens back to St. Louis in 2019 when Berube was the coach, and it was all going terrible. They were last in the league going into the Christmas break. And then they turned the whole thing around. Is there like some flashes here where it's like, man, you know, if these guys kind of buy in, a lot of changes, huge changes. And you and I've talked about it. Like I've seen those defensive lapses you're talking about where like
I don't like it when I tell you to watch a clip because I get a breakdown of it and it makes me feel sad. I'm not like a defensive analyst, and I'll send something to Jeremy and he'll be like, well, the 1-4-3 diamond box +1 broke down. And I'm like, I don't know, man. The puck went in the net. That's all I know about.
I'm a nerd. But I'm just saying, I don't know. To me, I'm kind of like, let's see what's going on in January. Let's see where the Leafs are at in January. That's sure. I don't know.
We're currently 5 points behind the Bruins for third in the division. So the sky has not fallen.
But
everyone knows the stats. When U.S. Thanksgiving comes around, teams that are out by a certain amount of points, it's very unlikely they make it in. Yep. Not to say we can't go on a run. November is usually our month. Like we usually start slow. October is usually kind of a write-off. November comes in and we like run the table. That didn't happen this year. And I thought it might. There was a couple flashes of greatness, like I mentioned. But it just never materialized.
Yeah. So Gary Tyson, any thoughts on some rageful things there or what?
No, he said it. He said it.
I think he said it all pretty well.
He said it. The only asterisk I'll put on is Riley he looks faster than he did last year, and he's scoring. He just can't seem to get anything from the point. If he scores, it's because he pitched in, right? He pinched down.
Yeah, absolutely no debate in that. He is faster. He seems last year he was really lost. I don't know. Like he had just gone through some personal stuff. Like he had a kid and he got married and stuff. So I wonder if that like affected him in some way. And now year 2, he's come back. He's looked good offensively. except from the point, if that makes sense. Like he's in charging more. He's got goals like in the slot beside the net.
Yep.
Like he's there. His defensive play still leaves a lot to be desired in my mind, but you can't win them all. Like it is what it is.
Agreed.
Yep.
I'm super impressed with Troy Stetcher, as I said. He's really like not just his play, but he's unlocked like McCabe's play, who he's paired with. McCabe has looked the best he's ever looked in a Leafs uniform.
I think so too.
Since Troy came along. Like,
I said that the other night. Like he looks awesome. Yep.
And they've got him playing like 25 minutes a night. Like it's just like throwing him right into the deep end. And I loved his attitude. His first game, they like interviewed him in the intermission. He's like, man, I'm on my 7th team. Every shift could be my last shift. Like
I was just
how
gonna
many
say,
more opportunities am I going to get? And he's playing like it. Like he looks like he needs oxygen every time he gets on the bench.
He does.
But that's the Berube guy, right? I feel like that's the quintessential.
I think so too.
You're going to get minutes with Berube. It's like, that's how you do it. I don't care if you play good or not. If you're not sweating.
Yeah.
Like he does with Robertson, right?
Yes. I would like to ask you a question about one of our forwards. Johnny Toronto. I'd be real curious.
What a beauty. Okay. What a beauty. See, so I'm going to preface this by saying I've been a JT fan even at his past contract. Like I thought he got too much hate for what he did.
Agreed.
He's consistent. He's a point a game player over his entire career. And he scored more points with the Leafs than with the Islanders in the same amount of games. Like his career hasn't dropped off. Mm-hmm. So yes, he's signed to a big deal. There's huge expectations that come with it. But if you look at the consistent effort he put in every night the last 5 years, it's there. Like he's never been the fastest skater, but like he's always battling. He's always winning puck battles. He's always producing. I mean, he had like 38 goals the other year, and someone's like, "Oh, he's not living up to his contract." It's like, what more do you want from this? Like he's leading the league in faceoffs and putting up almost 40 goals at 35 years old or whatever he was. Like, how could you not like that? And now with his contract being what it is, it's like a steal of a deal. It is fantastic. It's also calmed people talking about his contract, like in other podcasts and other avenues. No one talks about how awful it is. But he's still overproducing for the value of that.
And I find not only is no one talking about how awful it is, it's never actually swung the other way for him, in the sense that if he's still a point a game guy and he's still one of the best face-off guys in the league, why aren't people talking about it like this is easily the best bargain in the entire NHL for what you're paying this guy?
The funny thing about that, and I know, Matt, you and I talked about this, but when JT signed that deal, it was around the time Brock Nelson signed his deal. And if you're talking about recent seasons, JT's produced more than Brock Nelson has, and Brock Nelson's been a first-line center in New York, and he signed for less.
Mm-hmm.
And people were complaining about that deal and talking about how great the Nelson deal was. To play second-line center.
Yeah. There's just like an anti-Leaf aura around everybody, as we all know as Leafs fans.
I mean, I'm an
like
outsider.
now
I see it too.
I like now that you got Lawton and Waugh there too, that JT is back down to like 16, 18 minutes a night, which is perfect place for him.
Perfect place for him.
Like if they stay healthy, that center lineup is just right there now. And
I am so
Matthews
happy.
Could pick it up a bit, but
maybe you need to go back to Germany.
The Berube thing. I see. Sometimes I wonder if Berube looks at Matthews and just sees Ryan O'Reilly.
What a quote.
Wow.
Wow. Yep.
I don't think that would ever be the case.
He sees a two-way player who's not going to put up a ton of points, but plays a really responsible defensive game. Is that what you're saying?
Real responsible. He's putting them on the defensive side of things a lot.
I don't want to live on this world if that's what Berube's turning into.
This is all going to plan.
What a wasted opportunity.
Get a procedure done to make his shot worse.
Make this guy a better player. He used to be a 60 goal scorer. Now he's a 200-foot player.
Not worth it.
Now, I've always thought Matthews was I'd be curious your opinion on this, but I've always thought Matthews was underrated defensively and never got enough attention for how many takeaways he gets. That said, I just don't know that he has, like, like Tavares has that dog in him, right? So like he might not be the fastest guy or the strongest guy on the ice, but like that overtime win 2 weeks ago where it was 3 on him in the corner and he beat them all for the puck and kicked it out. I just don't feel like I want to believe this. I just don't. If that's Matthews in the corner, he doesn't come up with that puck. Tavares was like going to die trying. And I want to be wrong on what I just said, if that makes sense. Like I want Matthews to have that next kind of level, but I haven't seen it.
I want Matthews to realize he's like 6'5" and 240 pounds. Like
so many people have said that
he can just take one arm and just like, I don't want you on me anymore. And they go away. Like he just doesn't seem to play the power forward route. I mean, you've got Matthew Nyes making incredible physical plays and scoring crazy goals. And he's smaller than Matthews.
I'll tell you too. There is.
I just want to double back to Tyson's question first before we lose.
Yeah.
I think before last playoffs, you're 100% right. Matthews was not given the defensive credit he was probably given, like, because he was still seen as like a goal scorer. It's all about putting the puck in the net. Last playoffs and down the stretch when he really struggled, then it defaulted the messaging to, well, look at all he's doing defensively. Look at all he's doing defensively. And then it almost became a crutch. Like, well, he's not scoring, but look at what he's doing defensively. It's like, yeah, but
it was like Selke.
Right. Now, I think before that, he should have been in those conversations for like the Selke Trophy winner, because he had a crazy amount of takeaways. As you said, he kills penalties. He blocks shots. He has like the most shot blocks of a forward a couple years ago. Like he's there, but he never gets talked about in that regard. As you said, Tyson, until, like I said, then the playoffs happened. And then when he wasn't producing, you had to, reach into the bag of tricks to see what can we compliment him for. And it was his defensive play.
That's fair.
So now I think it's very apparent there and almost a joke. Like, oh, well, at least he's good defensively. It's like, well, we paid to put the puck in the net too. Like,
yeah, that hasn't changed through all of however you want to talk about, the struggles with goal scoring. And goal scoring, unless you're Alex Ovechkin, I mean, it's like, it's the hardest thing to sustain at a high level too, right? I mean, rather than just points, but
it's all going full circle, because I remember when they drafted Matthews, the comparable at the time was Anze Kopitar.
I don't remember that.
Two-way center. Yeah.
Anze Kopitar. Really? Yeah. Which I guess makes sense. I mean, I don't think of Kopitar as a 60 goal scorer, but same type of game.
McLaren fan though, right?
California guy, Zach Brown's friend. Yeah. Well, I tell you, Matt, you set the bar, buddy. That was I knew
great.
It was everything I expected and more. Before we let you go, any thoughts on the Quinn Hughes deal?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me about Stuart Skinner, Tristan Jarry. That's way more interesting. No. Minnesota, man. Like, I don't know. You said they've never really been exciting in your mind. They've never really been, top tier. They're always middle of the road. As I texted you when it happened, I think otherwise. Like, I think when Parise and Suter got signed to their 13-year deals, I still remember where I was. I was driving in the car listening to Sirius XM when it broke. And it was like, holy smokes, they just signed these two to these mega contracts to go for it. And then I think they really got hurt by those contracts, obviously. And it took them a little while to get back to where they are. But like, look at where they are now. They've got like Kirill locked up forever. Mm-hmm. They've got, Matt Boldy locked up forever. Who did I say? They got Quinn for 2 more years. You mentioned Spurgeon for 2 more years. I mean, he's getting up there in age, but like, he's still super solid. Mm-hmm. Brock Faber's there for, let me look up Puckpedia here real quick. He's there for like 6 more years or more.
While,
like, they've got, their goalie locked up for, like, they've got a core locked up now. And I hate to say a core 4 because I don't know how many it is, and that term is poison, but they've got a core locked up now for many years. My concern is if Hughes will resign. Right, because he's got 2 years. They can sign him come July 1st next year.
Mhm.
They've got the advantage that they can sign him to an 8-year deal since he was signed before January 1st. He's traded before January 1st this year. So they can be signed to an 8-year deal that no other team can do. So does he really want to be there? Like, I think they've got a lot of showing him in the next 6 months, right, to really sell him on it. Because I think the pull of playing with his brothers, it has to be there, right? Like, if he was ready to leave Vancouver, like reports are saying in the summer, he was pretty non-committal. And then come US Thanksgiving, he straight up told the Canucks, I'm not re-signing.
Mhm.
And that's what triggered it. And New Jersey made a play, but it wasn't big enough. But maybe that's where he wants to end up. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think the Wild could be pretty scary with their core locked up. So
That's great.
sorry, Jeremy, but I'm glad he's not out east. That's all I'm going to say.
Agreed.
I thought it was hilarious, the clip of Hughes talking about the rumors or whatever it was. And he's calling Fitzgerald Fitzy
Fitzy.
by his nickname. Like, okay, dude, you got to hide it a little better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to add one thing on to the Stuart Skinner, Tristan Jarry trade.
Yeah, I was going to ask you anyway. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think you guys handled it. I was listening before jumping on. So I think you guys covered it. I was really interested on Dubas trying to unload the contract. It's like 2 years at $5.5 million versus Skinner as a free agent after this year and not at $5.5 million. So I think Dubas came at it from a contract unload, which is why he didn't want to retain salary. But also, there's new salary retention rules in the latest CBA, and you can only retain so many salaries and you can only retain so many salaries so often. So I wonder if Dubas has other moves planned that he wants to make sure that he has those spots available.
Ooh, let the rumors begin.
Yeah.
But also,
for sure.
who knows with Kyle Dubas? So
Honestly, we've learned that.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that's awesome, Matt. We'll have you on again sometime. That was awesome. It was everything I wanted it to be and more, but thanks for coming on, buddy. You did a setup. Look at this. This guy's got the headphones. He's got the pop filter. He's got the nice microphone. I didn't tell him. He just had all this.
And I've got the cream rises to the top.
Cream of the crop.
I love that surprise. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing to watch.
Great.
Ever. Cool. Yeah. Well, thanks, buddy, for coming on. We'll have you on again sometime. Oh yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you guys extending the invite. This was really fun. I had a blast.
This was fun.
And I really do listen to all of the pods, both this and the main Bush League. Who doesn't like gravy? Like, come on. Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what? If you're ever looking for a replacement host for the gravy hater, let me know. I'll jump in there.
I'll let you know. He's coming over for Christmas dinner and he's already refusing gravy. So we'll see.
You should just use a syringe and inject some into the turkey and see if he notices.
I might do that.
You will take
this.
Is
that turkey good? Imagine that.
Yeah.
The Seinfeld episode with the lobster.
Hitting him like this on the arm here, just ready to.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. I really
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks, man. Wow. Well, there's the bar. Bar set pretty high.
That was great.
I knew that was going to be a great tirade. So, but yeah, we'll keep that segment in our back pocket if anyone's watching or listening and says, "Hey, I got some thoughts on the Leafs." Maybe let us know, and we could do it again sometime. You want to vent about them? Maybe they're going to be good, and this segment we won't be able to do it. You know, maybe
let's not get ahead of ourselves there, Jay.
Being good has never stopped a Leaf fan from being able to vent.
Absolutely not.
We should end the whole podcast on that.
And on that note, keep your stick on the ice.
Thanks for listening, everybody.